shares her wisdom makes them chant for change. The radio no silence the struggles we face. Amplify the joy, the pain, the grace.
Good morning to the world. Good morning to you, Chester David. Let us pray.
Good morning to you, Mr. Donald, and to all the listeners of Real FM. We are grateful another day that the good Lord has blessed us with. And Father, for this we want to say thank you. Just to be in the land of the living, just to see the beautiful sunrise, just to hear the birds sing, just to look at your creation is enough to be thankful. Father, we want to give you praise this morning because we are still breathing, our heart still beats. You know, God, we just want to say how grateful we are this morning that we can unite our hearts with the Real FM family and to just exalt your name this morning. You're beautiful beyond description. Too marvelous for words, Lord. Oh God, who can match your infinite wisdom this morning? The depths of your love, God, is so deep for us, Lord. We give you thanks this morning for watching over us through the night. This morning, God, we lift every single person in our nation, from the leaders, God, to the inhabitants of the people, Lord. We bring every single Grenadian before you this morning. We thank you for the breath of life. We thank you for your provision. We thank you, God, for everything that you have granted unto us in this beautiful land. Lord, as we look at the agricultural program this morning, we thank you for the food that you have blessed us with. We thank you for all the farmers in our nation. We thank you for Real FM. God encouraging us, Lord, to know how to able to plant, and God to able to watch over what we plant, and to have the wisdom to able to do that what is important to each and every one of us, God. So we give you praise this morning. We pray for Mr. Antoine. We pray for BJ. Oh God, this morning we pray for our dear brother in Guab there, who always call on the program, Father. Mr. Bridgman, Father. Continue to be with him. Thank you for the ideas and the thoughts that you are able to give him, so he can able to help us, Lord, so that we can know what to do as young farmers rising up in our nation, Father. So, Father, just take full control this morning. I think about someone who lost loved ones this morning, God. I pray that you comfort them in a time like this. There are those who are sick among us. Even right now, Lord, there is a dust that, atmosphere where, God, the cold seems to have control over so many people, God. But God, you are all powerful. You are the great physician. We look to you this morning, and we know whenever we call upon you, God, you do come true for us. So we thank you for life. We thank you for your goodness. We thank you for your mercies. But who could we go to this morning? Because you have the answers to all life's problems. All our help comes from you. You are the author and finisher of our faith. So we thank you for Real FM this morning. God, we pray that you would be able to be with Mr. Donald and all the facilitators, those who are going to be calling to the program, Lord. We pray that this program, God, will be a source of encouragement to each and every one of us as we go through this day, Father. So bless us, Lord. Continue to keep us, Lord. that we able to show that love that comes from you. That special love, God, only comes from you. So we can able to just share it among each other. You access to love each other. By this all men will know that you are your disciple. So Father, we give you thanks this morning. We give you praise. All the honor, all the glory belongs to you this morning. Take charge. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen and amen.
Amen, Bandy. Good morning.
Blessings to you, Mr. Donald.
Blessings to you, Mr. David. How are you?
Boy, the two little ones coming down with the flu, but God is good.
And what are you using to counterattack the flu?
Ginger, I use the jelly water, and he is able to help a lot.
Okay, great.
Yeah, they're doing much better, and when I look at them for a couple of days now, they're much better, and I give God thanks for that.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, Chester, is that the regiment of drinking herbs in the morning is something you have to cultivate in them. Instead of drinking
Well,
Milo or drinking cocoa, even cocoa in its purest form, instead of drinking,
you talk about it.
they
Yeah,
can use they can use you have to cultivate in them to use at least 1 cup of herbal tea in the morning. All right,
well,
and the
as
herbs
you
that
said
you
that,
know.
Mr. Donald,
Eh?
as you said that one of the things I use to be able to help, especially my son, is the herb.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
you get them using herbal tea, at least 1 cup. You cultivate that in them, and then when they would have had that, as your grandmother would say, when they would have had that to break the gas in the morning,
yeah,
then you give
yeah.
them the cup of chocolate or whatever.
Mm, mm.
I mean, I
Thank you for that advice.
don't think that I am doing it that with such a very strict regimen. You know, I have a cup of
No, but
I have a cup of bush right here with me right now.
uh,
That one,
well, me, I drink that every morning.
yeah. So maybe you need to cultivate that with them so that because it's even you would even say this when you're in your spiritual thing. Train the child into the way to go, and he will not depart
When you
from
get
it.
old. Yeah.
Right. So if you give them that now, if you cultivate that in them now, then when you're not there, when they live on their own,
You know what to do.
they will still
You know
do
what?
it, and they'll pass it on to their children.
You're so correct.
Yeah.
So stay blessed, my brother, and thanks again for this morning.
Yeah, man. One love. Take care, Bandy.
Yeah, give thanks.
All right. Great. Good morning. Yeah. 11 after 7. That's our time. Hey, good morning. What's up? How you doing? Yeah. Do I? Yeah, I have stuff for you this morning. Yeah, somebody else online. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name?
Amen. Drumstick.
Who is Drumsticks again? I don't know nobody called Drumsticks.
Okay, my name is Aurelia Charles.
Oh, that's you. I know you, girl. So how are you doing? How's your night?
Good.
All
Brother
right.
Bandy, good morning. And you must use the lime and honey. Get them lemongrass.
Yeah. That's for the children. You must use
Yes,
that for the
lemongrass
children.
and big time dry and give them to drink. Yeah.
So, let me hear you this morning. What have you got
Yes,
first?
good morning to the nation. Good morning to you and good morning to the nation. I read from the word of God, Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He lead me in the pathway of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This is the end of the scripture reading this morning.
Thank you so much. How's the girl? How the girls doing? How the girls?
Everybody all right, you know?
Yeah, but my friend, I ain't hear from her for like a while. What's going on? She okay?
Yeah, she okay, but I should tell you, she in town, St. George, no, she not by...
No, not that one.
Who, Olive?
Yeah.
Olive good, man. She all right?
Yeah, she ain't contact me. Tell her, say she need to contact me, man. Say hello.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, do that. And you say the other one in tongue? She didn't tell me that.
Yes, yeah, she tell you she not in Belmont again, she said...
Well, yeah, she's in, so she goes early.
Yeah, early, yeah.
Okay, right. Yeah, she did. She did tell me that.
Yeah.
All right, my darling. Take care.
You too. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, great. Bye-bye. Right. Good morning to Christine Alexander. Blessings to you, Mr. Donald, together with the listeners and the viewers of Real FM family, including the famous and great, the farmers, sorry. Great Agricultural Thursday. Yeah, Agricultural Thursday is what it is. Yeah, boy. Farmers, good morning. Okay. Farmers are trying to do some drink a cup of bush here. All you, what? That one bitter this morning. Wow. Ouch. Wala la 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 la. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I figure out to change the regiment. The regiment shall be a cup of bush, herbal tea in the morning, maybe cinnamon, maybe something, and then after that, I'll use the coffee. What do you think? Yeah, I figure that's how we go. We go handle it that way. That'll be the best way to handle it. So a cup of bush in the morning, and then we'll handle the coffee after that. Yeah, I like the coffee. Okay, let me see if I get that thing percolating properly over here. Oh, that's a no. Turn this way. Oh, come on. Yeah, gig. What? Get up, stand up. Come on, thingy. Don't behave like Andre. Okay, so I need to clean this. Yeah, don't behave like Andre. Behave like yourself. Right, that can work. Let me see. Let's see if I can move this that way. And then I can take a peek. Wow, nah, man. I can't walk that way. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Chill is in the air. Waggity wag da duck da duck. Da dup da dup da dup. It's Christmas. Andre. Right. So you ready? Wow. For another sip. Yeah, boy. Wow. This is crazy. As crazy as the law allows. As crazy as the law allows. As crazy as the law allows. Okay, so 17 past, at 20 past, we're going to link with the folks at the Met Office for the latest on the weather. And then we'll prolong. Then we'll do things that we got to do. Okay? BJ, yeah, I expect him here this morning. Why am I staying silent? Because I want you to talk. You don't talk. You've gotten so accustomed to us talking to you here, so you don't call. You don't even call. You just listen because you want all the information. You ain't shared information with us. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Duh. Anyway, so I'm not really supposed to say anything much to you until after the weather. Yeah, I like to take it to the weather and then I take it from there. Stephen Francis, good morning to you. How you doing, bro? Yeah, when I get to the weather, then I feel better. When I get to the weather. So let's take a commercial break. Yeah, let's do that.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. People, we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
The new Grenville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Real expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Whoa! Tuning on the spice side, hear the airwaves free. On the radio see. Whoa! No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe. Just the raw truth a flow like Mount Kwakwa tribe. From Grand Ends to St. George's, the people them a shout. Real expression now hide, let your heart pour out. Microphone to the heavens, the signal strong and clear. Voices of the voiceless, the oppressed, the sincere. Real FM are the vessel, your message fill the ear. Speak your truth, Grenada, where your heart there. Real expression.
shares our wisdom, makes them chant for change. The radio no silence the struggles we face. Amplify the joy, the pain, the grace. Nutmeg in the rhythm, cocoa in the bass. Real FM hold the mirror to the spice all fit.
It's real, it's 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Broadcasting from studios located Main Street Satyrs inside a beautiful historical St. Patrick. Hey, got something special for you. We've got a new lady on the line. Her name is Vondi. Is it Vondi Cyrus? Yeah, I think it's Vondi Cyrus. Good morning, Vondi.
Good morning, Andrew, to you and to your listeners. Here's the weather for today, Thursday, 21st August, 2025. It is a fair morning at the MBIA. Winds are from the east at 13 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1012.2 millibars. That is below normal and rising. The present temperature is 28.8 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 74%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 34 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum temperature was 27.7 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was 1 millimeter of rainfall recorded at the MBIA, which brings the total for the month to 28.1 millimeters. Now let's look at the public forecast valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. The weather is expected to be mostly fair, with light, isolated daytime showers, increasing in cloudiness overnight, with light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunder. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to be around 32.5 degrees Celsius. Seas slight to moderate with waves up to 5 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. Tides will be high at 8:45 a.m. and low at 3:15 p.m. Sunset today 6:24, sunrise tomorrow 5:56. Just to recap the public forecast valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be mostly fair, with light, isolated daytime showers, increasing in cloudiness overnight, with light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunder. From the Met Office, this is Vondi Cyrus. Have a great day.
Vondi, you have a wonderful day, my dear.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, bye-bye now. It's real, it's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfm. Yeah, we've got a new one, and Vondi Cyrus.
Expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Whoa!
Let's do this.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations, at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Introducing Berger Travel-On from Answer Coatings Grenada Limited. Built tough for the Caribbean climate, Berger Travel-On is your one-coat solution for long-lasting protection and a beautiful textured finish. This patent textured design is available in 3 grades: ultra-fine, fine, and coarse, and in a wide range of colors, perfect for exterior and interior walls. Quick drying, low maintenance, and cost-effective. Berger Trolon keeps your projects on time and within budget. So whether you're building your first home or refreshing your space with that modern look.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500, and our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling your story visual, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seaton Brown Street, Grenville, and
Real expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Whoa! Tune in on the spice side, hear the airwaves free. On the radio see. Whoa! No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe, just the raw truth a flow like Mount Kwakwa tribe. From Grand Anse to St. George, this the people them a shout. Real expression now hide, let your heart pour out. Microphone to the heavens, the signal strong and clear. Voices of the voiceless, the oppressed, the sincere. Real FM are the vessel, your message fill the ear. Speak your truth, Grenada, where your heart there. Real expression, real connection. 91.9 the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound when make freedom ring. Real expression, real connection. 91.9 the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound when make freedom ring. Fisherman chant the blues, farmer hymn the rain. Mama shares her wisdom, youths them chant for change. The radio no silence the struggles we face. Amplify the joy, the pain, the grace. Nutmeg in the rhythm, cocoa in the bass. Real FM hold the mirror to the spice all face. We'll up the truth select and let the people speak. 91.9 no weak heart, no meek. From Carriacou shores to the Crater Lake beat. Real expression loud and the nation loves. Lyrics are a temple, the DJ is the priest.
frequency alive. Right. So I ready. Yeah, seriously, I already know. Agriculture it is. So what's happening? How you doing? Farmers, how y'all going? Farmers all ain't really tired, get hoodwinked by these people, huh? These people and them just hoodwinking y'all left, right, and center. And I continue to say, and how do I say? Come for me. That's what they say. Yeah, Angel, good morning. How you doing? Yeah, come for me. Anyone of y'all already come for me? Because really and truly, I'm beginning to get rather upset now with y'all. Really and truly. I'm beginning to get upset, so I'm saying, come for me. Now hear this. And listen carefully. Listen carefully. A couple months ago, the farmers, as I say, as Grenadians, we forget too quickly. As Grenadians, we forget too quickly. A couple months ago, we had a situation where the farmers had a problem in Maribor with water. Remember that? What is that situation now? What is the situation now? Those of you in Maribor who know about it, call me and tell me that the government fixed the situation. Call and tell me that. Stop behaving like this, Grenadians. You're only taking 7 days thing. And they know, They know that for 7 days you're going to do so and hop on it and then you're gone. I want to know what is happening in Maribor now. Somebody call me and tell me. Tell me, Andre, you're making a mountain out of a molehill because they fixed the situation in Maribor. I want to know. Yes, I want to know. So call me 442-0175 both ways. Landline and WhatsApp. Those are the digits that you can call me on. Let me know what is the situation in Maribor with the water. And you know what? The hypocrite senator, Andre, stop. Senator Big, all can say what all you want. Because he's playing the fool. Senator Sinclair, Roderick, no. Roderick, did you ever take a moment to visit these people? Think about it, Roderick. Did you ever take a moment to visit these people? Huh? To find out what their situation is? Are you paying attention to them or they're not farmers? Well, for you, you don't really care. All you like, Roderick, is to get the invitation to go here and there. And to figure that you're a comedian when you get, you and Andal. Always figure that always comedian when all you get to parliament. So he in the lower house, you in the upper house, and all you just doing so and trying to make people laugh. This is no longer a laughing matter. And I understand that you saying that I don't like you. That is not true. But then again, I'm not your child, I'm not your mother, I'm not your father. What do I have to like you for? You don't understand? I respect you as a human being. I don't really have to like you. We don't crisscross paths every day. So when you do so and you're telling people, oh, Andre don't like me. Andre don't like you? What? Stop that. You feel like Facebook or where people depend on likes to live? You feel like them people and them that running down young brother? Young brother is your name? The bend over thing. Yeah, the bend over. Yeah, whatever the bend over thing is. Yeah, that guy, oh gosh, all you kill him, he's up now. We go deal with that another day. But seriously, folks, I don't have information. Listen carefully. I don't have information that would lead me to believe that Senator Roderick Sinclair has ever visited the folks in Maribor who had the water problem. I don't remember the name of the place. Somebody, wait now, you're dead. Somebody need to tell me the name of the place. They had the water problem and people lose all their tomatoes and all kind of thing. What's wrong with you, Senator? Where are you? Wake up. I can't tell you wake up and smell the coffee, but wake up and drink a cup of herbs. I got somebody online. Let me check that out. Morning.
Morning, sir.
Hello.
Morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
This is Lord Bo.
Lord Bo. That's the place.
Part of estate.
Part of the?
Marybo estate.
So where exactly is that? Tell me.
Opposite the agricultural office. Going down inside there.
Okay. I have an idea. All right. Lord Bo. Did you hear, Clifford? I know you say a lot of things that you don't even supposed to hear. By the way, you survived. You survived. You didn't cry, huh, Cliff?
Everything was alright yesterday.
You didn't cry. I would ask you.
No, I didn't cry.
You bawl?
No.
You shout?
I was sad.
You didn't jump up and things for people to hold you, trying to go down in the
I had to hold other person.
I thought you would go in there and say, well, let me go with him.
No.
If I dare wrong you, Cliff, and you say that, I'll let you go down here.
You are ready to go.
Nonetheless, tell me, Cliff, you hear a lot of things, you know a lot of things. Did you ever hear the Senator for Agriculture visit these people?
No, I never heard. If he did, it passed privately, but he never, nothing as news or so come.
No, okay. So privately, probably visited.
Yeah, and I too disappointed. I bear with you in this piece that I too disappointed that I don't know what stage that is at now, but it seemed to me that it was not played up in the proper way. Because the minister gave the impression that immediate action would have taken place, and I can't remember hearing any immediate action take place.
But I tell you, Clifford, they have us in the 7 days syndrome.
Yeah.
Because they believe, after 7 days we do something, we forget about the thing.
Yeah, I too have some disappointment with the way agriculture has been handled. Some effort is made, some effort is stifled. So
Clifford, blame it on the senator with responsibility for agriculture. Clifford, that's the same man you support, You support that man,
I also blame it on the minister too.
Yeah, but the senator ain't saying nothing.
Well, I agree that we ain't hearing enough from the senator.
Enough? Clifford, what you hearing? What is the last thing you hear from the senator?
I can't remember what I was
telling you, we don't hear nothing.
But the minister, to me, I don't find it active enough. The one that was there before him was not doing anything. He tell us that he's going to plant marijuana in Paradise, in Grand Bay Estate. And then the news come back and tell us that the most industrial estate was for the government to keep his there. And then they still offer the Rastas that estate.
Clifford, yeah, I think it was yesterday evening I heard on a story on GBN again with lawyer Loudmouth.
Yeah, well, I
you heard it?
Yeah, and I condemn it because the lawyer, Mr. Clouden,
lawyer Loudmouth,
he's playing a game around.
Yes, that's what he's doing.
I feel free to say that he's playing a game around because he knew. He was saying that the bill is going to go before the parliament in July. And we finish in July, and the bill has not. Now we understand that the bill have to go back for more consideration.
All he does is make noise.
It's a game around at his place.
All he doing.
Right? And he knew definitely that what he was saying was. That's why last week before I told my partner there that you had on that. Nothing serious coming out from this thing. What the Rastas expected from government is that we do that free up and everybody that been free to plant it as they want to do what they want. No, but it ain't going to happen. The amount of rules and regulations are coming that the Rastas would not able to make the money that they're thinking of. And I hold strong to that.
But watch, you're talking about the Rastas, and they have somebody representing the Rasta. The guy is some shanty mill. Watch, Clifford. That guy only representing Rasta because you want to go and smoke weed for yourself,
You want a plot. You want a plot.
You want to go and smoke weed. You don't care about nothing else. You know?
You see, one of the
That is a waste of time. That is a whole load of waste of time. You know? There are so many other Rastas in Grenada who are so much more progressive than that individual. You understand me?
You see, one of the problems is
come on, man.
One of the problems is that the government campaign that they're going to make weed, give the people the impression that weed would be able to grow, they're able to smoke independently and whatnot, and they run with that. Whereas the government knew, the Prime Minister knew definitely that it was not easy to get through that. But they use that as a political campaign strategy, and the people fall for it. It's the same thing that they fall for the money, we say he's going to pay. Whether you have to lend the money, he's going to pay. And the people fell for that too. Now today, he's telling you that we have to put back money into the canteen. You understand? And they tell us now that Grenadans are involved in selling the passport.
Yeah, we will talk that tomorrow, please God, Clifford. We will talk that tomorrow, please God. This morning is agriculture. And I am disappointed. When I do so and I listen, and hey, I have nothing personally against anybody. I'm saying that the construct of that, what I will call Ganja committee, the construct of that is wrong. It is wrong.
Exactly. And that's my strong hold on it.
The people in that, they don't make sense.
Yeah.
The people who should be in that, they have been left out. This guy from Shantimel can't handle this thing. All he's studying about is a smoke. You understand? There are so many other individuals, and you don't have to have a Rasta on the thing. What do you have a Rasta for?
I think too, Mr.
We getting this thing tied up.
One of the problems there is that we don't know the lands we have in Grenada. We haven't got proper location of our lands. We haven't got proper administration to know what we're doing with our lands. Every government seems to want to do something different with the lands you have in Grenada.
Clifford,
and then they tell you government only have a limited amount of land and whatnot. So you're tying up people.
Go and talk to the senator. The senator needs to speak to the farmers and let the farmers know what is happening. The senator ain't speaking to the farmers. The senator is not saying anything. Clifford, that man you caused to be senator is a waste of time.
Well, I wouldn't say that waste of time yet, but what I could see is that I'm not getting what I expect from them.
But what, Clifford, how long he there now?
Well, you could say 2 terms.
That is the second term. So when you want, wait now, you want him get a third term?
Well, perhaps he has
Clifford, well, where the hell is this? Clifford, you're a crazy man.
Perhaps he has but definitely things are not going agricultural-wise. They talk about marketing board is reinstated, or will be reinstated soon. We must know what amount of land, privately owned and government owned, that can be developed and the means of developing them. And once we ain't going that direction, we just spinning top in mud.
Lodbo, you say, Lodbo.
Lodbo, yeah.
One love, brother. Thank you. Lodbo, the farmers in Lodbo. All you sleeping? Yeah. All you sleeping? No water to sit down and make noise for y'all for. If the problem has not been solved, say so. If it was solved, then compliment the people who solve it. I hope he calling me and saying something good to me, based on what he is saying. I'm vexing to Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
How are you?
Not in a good mood.
Yes, it's very common, but I don't know for what reason. I try long line and get you. I try WhatsApp and get you. From me, the senator for agriculture, the agriculture senator in the Senate, the man getting like pure skibby-dooby.
Ah, well, somebody seeing what I see.
That man is skibby-dooby. Right? The man not doing nothing. The man coming saying the man talking about agriculture. The man is a member of the poor people terrorists. So you talk about agriculture because we the poor people, we are tired in the land, so you don't care about we, poor people terrorists. And last week, Wednesday, I was in St. George's, in the town of St. George's.
Mm-hmm.
And I bounced up Clouden.
Who's that, Kid?
So I said, Chief.
Kid Clouden?
I bounced up in so I said, Chief. So what going on with the thing? You think man watch this woman, that woman give her trouble. That is Claudette Joseph. She the one that handbug and the thing. But I say, how you go handbug that thing? When are you coming power? We had the first reading. And the first reading want to decriminalize. Are you come and say, are you going to legalize it? No. So you tell me, don't worry yourself. In September, the thing will come out in September. I say, I hope so because of me, but in October, I want to smoke some real weed in October.
But what?
I listen to you, right?
But no, but let me tell you something before you go. He telling you the thing will come out in September.
Yes.
And he brother wasting time. He brother calling for more time again.
Yeah.
It's a jumbie thing.
But he's saying it's Claudette Joseph who had the thing roll up in him.
Also, I mean,
Anslem
tell you that?
Yes.
I thought it was Keith Clouden.
And a weekly too, you know.
So Anslem tell you.
Just sit in a Rastaman shop.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up by rappers.
Mm-hmm. So Anslem tell you that Claudette holding up the thing.
Yes.
Look at trouble.
Yes.
Look at trouble. Slem, they talking. They calling your name, Slem. They calling your name. They calling your name, Clouden. Lawyer make noise call. They call your name.
Man. This thing wasn't speaking in private, you know, speaking in public. Me and him attacking in the public, you know. I know me mouth big, so I say, Mr. Man, we are the first reading and the other things on that. You see, Claudette Joseph about the thing.
Okay. All right. We go catch up. One love. All right. It's real. It's 91. 8 minutes to the 8 o'clock hour. No, I ain't see the BJ guy yet. I ain't see anybody yet. I need to send. I usually send my invite to Doc, and I kind of forget to send the invite. You know, Andre, what's your story? Get yourself together, Andre, and send the invite out to Dr. Antoine. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it has been sent, yes. Invite out to Dr. Antoine so that he can join us. Mm-hmm. Join us on the program. Good. Now, Ludbo. Farmers in Ludbo. All you catching, all you nenning, and all you ain't saying nothing. You balling with all your mouth closed. Come out and speak to the issues. And farmers are telling you, it's been years, not just with this administration, previous administration. Under the NDC before, under the NNP before, I've been making a case for you. Been making that case for you. I've been balling out my navel string here for you farmers. And you sit back and do nothing. You sit back and there are so many other people in this country who would represent the farmers in the way they should be represented. But you take him and you make him senator with responsibility for agriculture in the Senate. Something so very important. Yeah? You really do that? Farmers, all you're crazy. And not once, you know, twice. And you may do it a third time, you know. Farmers wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the coffee. This man has done nothing. I've said to you, the situation exists in Lodbo. Has that senator ever visited the area? Huh? Has that senator ever visited Lodbo? Look at the main man that support him walking in now. Look at the main man that support Senator waste that time. Going about and saying how Angie don't like you. Yeah. You tell a brethren of mine in Grenville that he come and ask me why I ain't like you. Well, wow, why? I don't have to like you. I'm not your mother, I'm not your father, I'm not your brother. I know you, you know me, that's it. I don't have to like you. I respect you. And that's the important part of the thing. Respect to you, I give at all times, but I will not stop saying that you're a failure to the agricultural system in Grenada. BJ, good morning. You that caused that.
Morning, Andre.
How are you doing?
I am doing fine.
Great. I love the fact that you're doing fine. Are you hearing in your headphones?
I am hearing in my headphones.
Good. People like you so that causing farmers in Grenada plenty trouble. You're responding?
No.
I want you to respond. I want you to respond.
Andre, you know, when it comes to farming, I am paying my dues at every different angle. And when it comes to the selection and election of senators, remember I told you, I find the system is flawed and I don't take part in those things. Just like that.
But you support the man, you say, yeah, that's a good man.
As far as I'm concerned, I think he have the ability. Whether or not he is executing his ability is a different thing.
Let me do that. That gentleman, he did that first 5 years, correct?
Oh, is it 5? The first time he had
5 years.
fitting for Dunstan, I think Dr. Dunstan would have done a bit and then he took over. So he probably would have done a bit during the time and a bit now again. So, you know, Andre, sometimes...
Give him some more time.
Well, the way our system is flawed here, sometimes, you know, you could have good intention, but not allowed to perform or execute what it is that you set out to do.
Do you believe that Senator Sinclair has good intentions? Do you believe that?
Yes, I think he has good intention.
What has led you to believe that?
From speaking to him and the ideas that he will bring
Tell
forth.
me one idea that you heard him speak about in Parliament.
Pretty alas, anything that's need. Yeah, I heard him speak about that a few times and saying that, hang on, we need to be more serious about that. That's a disincentive to the farmers. I heard him say things to that extent. Whether or not Sinclair need to do a bit more, I think so. I think, yes, the farmers need to feel him a bit more. That's true. But there are, you know, sometimes...
Has he ever been to Lodbo?
Where the farmers have issue with water?
Yeah.
Don't know.
But
he should be in there. He should have been there to see how that problem can be rectified. Andre.
Yes.
I don't watch face, huh?
And you watching mine?
Because you have a distinct face. Not going to look upon your face all the time and see what it is that you're talking about. Your face is always full of expression, so I tend to look at you. Andre, let's not zero in on the boy.
No, I zero in. You can't. No, don't try to deflect. The guy don't making sense, and you know that. So don't come and tell me let's not zero in. Are you crazy? I want to play something for you. You want to hear?
Yes.
Compliments MTV. I want to play something for you, and I want you, when I play it, I want you to really and truly listen to what it's
of the Grenada Trades Union Council, Andrew Lewis, has voiced concerns over the implications of the new minimum wage.
Pause it here and reverse. It is a clip. Compliments MTV, and listen to this very carefully, BJ. You want this? I can make you watch it through you. I getting better the thing.
Why not?
Again, better the thing.
Time has changed.
Well, time had to change. So let me do some. Come to that big screen. You don't do on this one. Okay, there we go. Big screen on and thing. BJ, feel like I come to play this morning. I come to do thing here. Alright, let me see if I can get. No, I ain't want that. That's not what I want this morning. Right? No, not even that, you know what. Let me see if I can get something better. Right, that one look a little better. I want you to see that. You see who you seeing up there? Tell me who you seeing.
I'm seeing Senator Andre.
Senator Andre Lewis. And I want you to listen what the senator has to say. And then when you listen to what he has to say, then you'll understand why I continue to tell you Senator Don't Make Sense should be removed from the Senate. Listen to this and listen to this very carefully.
Grenada Trades Union Counsel Andrew Lewis has voiced concerns over the implications of the new minimum wage order on the agricultural sector, following the recommendation of the Wages Advisory Committee, which proposed an increase in wages for agricultural workers from $40 to $60 for a maximum of 5 hours. Lewis highlighted discrepancies in the implementation of the new order. According to Lewis, while the previous minimum wage order stipulated a 5-hour workday for the specified wage, the new order fails to reflect this, creating the impression that workers are now expected to work longer hours at the same daily rate.
The SR&O that came out addressing the minimum wage removed the guaranteed 5 hours and has just put $60 a day. And a number of farmers are indicating that their understanding is that it is now $60 for a day, which they are saying is 7 or 8 hours. If that is the case, it therefore means that the agricultural worker pay has decreased. Because if you worked for 5 hours and you got $45 a day, and the minimum wage was designed to increase your rate, and the recommendation from the Wages Advisory Committee was that it should be $60 for the guaranteed 5 hours, that would be $12 an hour. So if an agricultural worker is expected to work for 7 hours a day, and you can go into arrangement for 7 hours a day or 8 hours a day, that should be $96, $812.96.
The discrepancy has prompted unrest among agricultural workers, with reports emerging of workers walking off the job in protest.
And the information that we have had at 1 or 2 estates, for instance, workers are upset and they have walked out, and therefore we are expecting to see the necessary amendments be made. Bearing in mind that the minimum wage was designed to increase, because remember that agriculture is said to, in order to give the value that is designed for agricultural workers, agriculture is one of the backbone of our economy, and to encourage our people to go to work on the farms and to do agricultural work, the minimum wage was designed and structured in such a way, and the farmers agreed.
Lewis emphasized the need for the government to address these concerns promptly, urging amendments to the minimum wage order to ensure fair compensation for agricultural workers.
So we are expecting that at some stage the necessary amendments will be made speedily, because it also have a negative implication for agriculture workers and for farmers in terms of being able to secure people to work. Because agricultural workers will not go to work or will not want to work for less than they were making in the past, when, for instance, the minimum wage was designed to increase the daily rate and the hourly rate.
Failure to rectify the situation, Lewis warned, could have detrimental effects on the stability of the agricultural sector in Grenada. For MTV News,
thank you very much, Troy Gill from MTV there. PJ, you hear that?
Yeah, I'm listening.
What you listening? Tell me what you listening.
I'm listening to what Andrew said.
No. Tell you listening to what Andrew said?
Yeah.
How come Senator don't waste the time? How come he don't listening to that?
You don't address it, do you mean?
You know he ain't address it. So tell me how come he ain't address that?
That should be his duty and his role.
And you tell me the man doing well?
Andre,
that affects farmers throughout, BJ.
Yes, nationally.
I mean, come on. The farmers, BJ, the farmers elected that guy. That guy was not selected by the farm. That guy was elected.
Yeah, and so the farmers, if they have issue with him, I'm sure arrangement can be made whereby he can be removed.
BJ, he has to be removed. What are you talking about? He can be removed. He has to be removed. There's no if, but, when, why, and maybe about this. You know. He has to be. If I call on the line, let's take the caller. Good morning, caller. How are you doing?
Mr. Andre.
Yes, sir.
I was one of the first person, perhaps in Grenada, that made comment on that, what piece of article that you just read there. I said that this thing is going to imbalance the agricultural worker. I said that from the beginning, right? And when I heard the senator say that, Mr. Andre Lewis said that, I said, I hope something done about it. You can't raise agricultural workers' pay to the extent that the farmer would not be getting a fair share out of it. The farmer can't pay more than what he's getting. So that should be looked at long, and the committee that was put together knew that, because that was drawn to the committee, but nothing was done from it to it. So then you imbalance agriculture. And that's what had happened there. You imbalance agriculture. If a man go and pick up nutmeg for you, and he pick up, you send him in an area where you think you have nutmeg, and he pick up 20 pounds of nutmeg for you. How are you paying that man to joke that nutmeg bringing home for you for $20? 20 pounds of nutmeg. How are you paying him? So if the price of labor cannot equate to the price of what you're getting for the commodity, the farmer is going to be at a total loss. So it will take away the farmer from the land. Common sense, it will take away the farmer from the land. Not that you want farmers not to get reasonable pay, but it must be even with what the owner is going to get. Or the person is going to do the work.
But
so that was a mistake made from day one with the people.
You had a mistake being made there. But also what you had, Clifford, was a senator who was supposed to point out that. Because if Jukutu Clifford could see that, what happened? The senator blind?
Well, I think it was pointed out. I don't know if the senator pointed out, but the committee that was put together to look at salaries knew that. They knew that. So it's the government that didn't do anything about it, because they knew that. Claudette knew it. She was told about that. So while I agree that the senator should have pointed out, but it was not something that was hidden. It was made known early in the game.
Point it out, but stick on it. Every day I get the opportunity, I speak about closure.
Well, I agree that the senator has the right to speak on it.
He has to, every time he goes to the Senate and he gets an opportunity to speak on the adjournment, then speak to that, because it affects not just farmers, but it affects the laborers on the farm.
Exactly.
And he's not speaking about it. The guy is not doing anything.
And a man as DJ should be speaking about that.
Well, BJ,
a lot.
Well, okay, tell him
yes,
for me.
Because DJ is one of the biggest farmers in Grenada.
Mr. Clifford, let me tell you this. One of our fundamental problems that we have in Grenada is that we make decisions at the highest level based on politics and nothing else. And because of that, we forget the economics, we forget the social aspect of things. We forget almost everything because it's all it's about the next vote.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And
totally,
that is the problem.
People like you with the initiative have to condemn it.
Well, Clifford, what should I say? This is not something you condemn. This is something that you fix.
Yeah, but you should
you need to fix that. If it's not working in the interest of the people and in the interest of the country, then you fix it.
Fix it by getting rid of the guy.
Look, the government must be able to tell us now how much lands are available for farming and what is going to be doing with this land, and then you encourage the farmer. Why is it saying that you're going to go and put on a crop that you're not sure that you can get market for, and reasonable market? The government must be in a position to know that now and to tell us why a lot of people went into bananas. DJ, you know that? Because banana could have
Clifford, I've been hearing that a lot of different sectors aren't even paying minimum wages. Like, for example, I heard that the traffic warden, I don't know if it's true, they're not being paid, some of them, the minimum wages. I heard different people that working in different areas are not being paid the minimum wages. As far as I'm concerned, when you're making those kind of decisions, you need to sit down and think about it, and you need to get it right, because it's going to affect everybody. You couldn't just say, hang on, you know something, we are paying minimum wage is $60 per day, and the output doesn't justify that. Then you're wasting time. You're wasting time with yourself, you're wasting time with the country, you're wasting time with your policy.
Yeah, everybody, government promised to do it, to fix it, what the NMP was doing wrong.
Wrong and right is relative, depends on how you look at it,
brethren. That they're going to fix what the NMP were doing wrong. The Prime Minister said, any stroke of a pen, he's going to fix it. That was the word coming from the Prime Minister. So we also expect our politicians to speak out on it now, because we are stroke of a pen passed already. So we expect the politicians, we expect the members of the opposition, other persons, the 3 and 4 new political parties that waking up, they should be speaking on it.
Well, Clifford, what is happening is that you find some farmers are able to pay the workers the $60 without, having,
but they're making the
back
money.
on the farm. But there are some farmers who just unable to pay it. And sometimes it's the price of the commodity that you're engaging. All of those, for example, nutmegs. What sense you're making somebody, go in your field and just $3.50. $3.50. Yeah, so if you pick up 20 pounds, it's just to pay the workers, and that's what you might be getting. So you don't get anything, from your farming activities. And those are the kind of problem that we're having. You use a one size fit all, and you tell yourself, well, that's the way to go. Well, what might be happening, the repercussion is that you may have some farmers who aren't able to keep up with the minimum wages, and they cease the farming operation.
Lastly, let me say that lastly, with the event of the new marketing board coming in, because based on what was said in the news this week, that the new marketing board will still be here, it will be government and private sector. I think that the farmers should really have an input to know what is really inside these documents before they sign up, before they put in this new board. We should see a draft policy. We should see a draft policy, Mr. John Butchon. I'm telling that to you now. We should see a draft policy of what these things in before it is implemented, before it comes into force.
Clifford, when somebody tells you that information is on a need-to-know basis,
but we need to know that one.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the farmers need to demand that they hear what is actually taking place.
I want you to be a figurehead in it.
Clifford, people like me, I speak about this every single Thursday.
No, a figurehead, not speaking about it. Lead.
That's why I'm trying to get involved in politics on a frontline basis.
A crew to that we farm before this thing become pen and paper sign with marketing board. The farmers should know what
we should demand that.
That's right.
And as far as the concerned, just like they had consultation when they was about to close it down, so to speak. So they need to have consultation now.
I was at the consultation when they planned to close it down, and with the Prime Minister, and I spoke, and I tell him that we was not prepared for it to close. Next 2 or 3 weeks, we heard that it closed.
Yes. So that tells you the mood in which they are, operating in. As far as they're concerned, you're just doing what you want. You don't care if the people buy into it. And Mr. Clifford, this is a recipe for failure. Whatever you do have to be good for the people, else don't do it.
Exactly.
And good for your country too.
Thank you, Cliff. Have a nice day, brother. Here's a question. Andre and BJ, if Mr. Sinclair is removed, who would you guys recommend to be a good replacement? Question?
I think Andrew and always saying that. I think you will make a good senator.
No.
I think
at this time, no.
I think Mr. White would make a good senator.
Mr. White as in
downstairs, who has a business. Hubert White.
That's maybe a good choice. A better choice than me. I never looked at it that way. That may be a good choice. He's into agriculture, he's intelligent, he knows a lot about weather patterns, so he can give a lot of advice. Hey, that's a good choice. When we get rid of...
I don't know about getting rid of...
Yeah, when we get rid of the guy. We have to get rid of the guy. The guy not making sense. But Hubert, that is a wonderful, wonderful selection there. I don't know if I want to call him Senator Hubert though. You might want me to call him Mr. Senator Hubert. I don't know if I'm sure I could do that. But Max Williams is asking that. Max Williams, Hubert White will make an excellent senator. He's not a dodoi. He's into agriculture. He's on his farm every day.
He's on the ground.
He's on the ground. He has a business place, and he can articulate very well.
Very much so.
You know, yeah. So Clifford, don't call back. I know you're going to. I know you're going to call back there, Cliff. But seriously, yeah, Hubert, I believe, can make an excellent senator for agriculture. But BJ, that's what we need. We need people who are into it, who know it, and who want to do, and who wants better for farmers.
To have a passion for
it. There's nothing that I have heard since he's been there that, hey, Senator Sinclair has done this.
Andrew, we have a fundamental national problem. And that is we play politics with everything, every single thing. And we have people who making decisions at the national level, and they're unable to analyze things in a scientific way. So they're unable to come up with the right recommendations and solutions to the problems that we are having. In a lot of cases, we're amplifying it, because we're looking at it from a political angle. And in a lot of cases, that is what is distorting it,
So you're saying that is the angle Mr. Sinclair looking at?
That's where he might find himself.
Oh, okay.
Or he found himself now.
So Sinclair, your biggest supporter has said that maybe you have politicized the whole thing.
I don't say maybe politics have creep into his head and unable to make the right decision or say the right thing. And it happens to almost all the senators that are passed through the upper house, Andre.
Why didn't that happen to somebody like...
it happened to the whole lot of them.
No. What's his name? I don't think it happened
Skipper?
No, not Skipper.
Dr. Dunstan?
No.
Sinclair?
No. I'm not talking for agriculture. I'm talking for other senators.
Oh, we're speaking about agriculture now.
Agriculture is sticking. Okay, fine. Okay.
You always asking why happened to Diali and this person. Because they look at it from a different angle, and they're independent-minded, Andre.
Okay.
And the job don't depends on some political decision.
So you say Skipper was politically tainted. We all know that.
Yeah.
Dunstan.
Yeah, I think he was leaning.
He was leaning.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we have
Sinclair.
Sinclair.
Looking like he have an incline.
No. That plant didn't fall down already blowed on. I don't leave it again. That fall on the side over there. And it fall on the side where people can't get it.
Oh, you're hungry, my boy, so tough.
That plant didn't fall already.
You know that my soul there.
I know. That is one of the reasons why I brought this up this morning, early BJ, because I wanted you to come in and meet me talking about it.
That's okay.
Because I am upset. I am upset with Senator Sinclair. I believe that his principal, the late great Cresswell Julian, will not be happy with Senator Sinclair's performance in the Senate. Cressy will not love that. You cannot have an opportunity to speak to, how many farmers we have registered in Grenada, BJ?
A few thousand.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You have an opportunity, to represent thousands of people, from all different walks of life. All different walks of life. You are in a position that you have power, because you are supposed to control food in this country. And look at you. Look at what you're doing. Well, look at what you're not doing, because nobody can speak to what you're doing here. The farmers get hoodwinked together with the laborers. What you call it? Wage increase, BJ. Wage $60. But $60 a day. They was working $60 or whatever for $45, was it?
Mm-hmm.
For 5 hours. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now $60 for 7 and 8 hours. 7 and 8 hours. $60 for that.
So when you work out in mathematics, you don't really,
yeah. The same thing they talk about emancipation, the same thing they bring back on people. They bring back
slavery. Andre, what we need to establish in Grenada is good working relationship.
With whom?
With workers and the bosses. As far as I'm concerned, working hours don't necessarily mean the time you work for. If you're doing an 8-hour shift, it don't necessarily mean that you are producing more than if you are doing a 5-hour shift. It's all about being productive. And as far as I'm concerned, we are too much unproductive people in this town. So we think that if we lengthen the hours, we don't get more done. Unfortunately, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You would have to have somebody on a horseback with whip and beating people and stuff like that. And we're not going back there.
We should have somebody on horseback to beat Sinclair.
We're not going back there. And Andre, and that's the fundamental problem. We're not thinking rationally. We're not analyzing things in a scientific way. We just get up in the morning and what we figure come through our head in the night, we're trying to implement it. It don't really work like that, Andre. There's a way to analyze those things. There are metrics, there are calculations that you can use to see whether or not this making sense at a national level. And that is the problem. Now you do the thing, you say $60 a day, you find you having adverse effect. And you wonder where you went wrong. As far as the concern, you went wrong since the idea come to your head,
$60 a day. $60 a day for a farmer to pay 3 workers working at him, BJ. Well, but they mortgage.
Well, Andre, you know the purpose? Oh, we increase minimum wages, and we are the government that do that, and everybody was doing X, Y, and Z. Andre, one size fits all does not necessarily work for everything.
It doesn't mean everybody will get chosen.
Exactly. Some people might end up getting squeezed.
No,
so
but it's crazy.
That can be a problem. So when you're doing those things, Andre, my workers do a 5 or 6 hour shift. Sometimes a 5-hour shift like on a regular basis, but sometimes they do 2 and 3 hour shift. But when I want to call them to do a 6 and 7 hour shift, they have to do it because hang on, it's give and take, it's a relationship, it's all about life. This thing about coming on somebody in workplace and sit down. Why do you think the public service so unproductive, Andre? Because people come and sit. They don't come and produce. They come and spend some time, 8 to 4.
Yeah.
Half of them could have go home by 12 o'clock and they get the work done and do something else. And you find the people who debushing on the side of the road, they're very productive. They come 5 in the morning and they walk up to 7 and they probably 8 and they go to another job.
Another job. They got to do something else.
Exactly. You're being productive. But you remember initially when this current administration came in, they say you have to do a certain hour among the hours.
On the road.
Like, you know, how is the mindset, Andre? You think if people are there, you're getting work done, not necessarily. Supervision, control, motivation, all of those things. Reward, incentives, all of those things. You have to take into consideration to get people to produce.
I'm still thinking about the guy.
Andre, watch his face.
No, not him. Not him.
Not him, no?
I'm talking about his replacement.
Oh, okay.
His replacement.
Oh, okay.
Hubert White is an excellent choice.
He's a good person.
Yeah.
I listened to him many times. He articulates very well. He's very knowledgeable. He's similar to Senclair in terms of the nature. You actually can tell them anything and they don't get angry. You can cuss them up and they smile at you. Those are the kind of people that you really need. Besides that, Andre, we need to change.
So when you become Minister for Agriculture, you will you'll support Hubert.
It's a long way off. I will support you, but anytime, even now. Andre, the system that we are operating.
We have your replacement.
The system that we are operating under is a really flawed system. We're too traditional and too stuck in our old method of operating, and changes require energy, and I'm not sure if we have the kind of energy that is needed to make the necessary change. For example, Andre, the senator should have an office, the senator for agriculture, and so is the senator for business.
They're supposed to have offices?
They should have an office where people can go in.
But don't they have offices in the parliament?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Andrew. Good morning, Mr. BJ.
Morning.
Good morning. This thing we already put up the price of things to pay $60 a day. Let me tell you, I'm an old woman, 80 years. I can't go and pick up my nutmeg. I pay somebody to go and pick up the nutmeg for me. I send them and pick it up. They go and they pick up the nutmeg. They come with it. We take out the mace. They go and sell it and go and sell the nutmeg for me. They get $90 and I have to pay them $60. How much I get?
$30 you get nothing really. And you have to pay the tax and you have to do every other thing. Yeah?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, have a nice day. Yeah. All the more reason too that the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, they need to listen to this,
You sure?
They need to listen to this. Because the holders of the land, they can no more go into the land, so they have to employ somebody to go into the land to get the produce.
There are certain things that you want to do, Andre, and you have to think about the long-term effect. And in a lot of cases, in the short term, it look like it's all right, but the effect you have in later on down the road can be very catastrophic. You're going to have a decline in production, diminishing effect. Some policies can cause diminishing effect. It reduces things over a period of time.
You got a caller. Good morning.
Yes, sir. What we need in this thing, you said the correct thing just now there. What we need in this thing is supervision, management. And you don't have to keep somebody up to 4 o'clock in your field. You look at work to be done, you must have people on top of work that could analyze work, and you give work peacetime work. Right? You're picking cocoa, you say, okay, 2 baskets of cocoa, 3 baskets of cocoa. A basket of cocoa is 80 pounds. So you have to get 80 and 80. If it's 2 baskets you're giving them for a task, and that will equivalent to a day's work. And if you measure work for them, you say, okay, from that up to 90 rods, 60 rods, 70 rods, so you measure the rods of work for the person finishes 10 o'clock, that's their complete day's work. They finish 10:30, they finish 11 o'clock, that's their complete day's work. And that is what should have been done, realign the method of working. Don't go back to the slave thing, but we realign the method of working in the field. You would have get much more work and get a better salary for the workers. What was done there was done politically minded. Because the same government came back and tell the people, the road people, that they're going to bring them back to 824. The minister in Sotes made that statement. Mr. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, call his name now. Sotes is a very unique place.
The Minister of Finance.
Yes,
said it. That he wants us to bring back people to 824. You don't have to bring back people. You don't have to treat the worker in the field as a worker in an office. But you regulate. What they should be asking for is a regulation. So you come up with a strategy of work. People like DJC would have been able to give you a strategy of work and be done.
Clifford, increase in payment without increase in production is a recipe for failure.
Right, but you have an idea already how much rather work you're giving somebody for a task. You don't raise any rather work. You make sure that the person do that amount of work. They start work at 8 o'clock. They do that amount of work 10 o'clock. They finish. That's the day's work. That's the day's work. Right? If you know when the person going to pick up nutmeg, they're going to finish pick up the nutmeg, and it won't make a day's work. You arrange with that worker. When you finish pick up the nutmeg, you will take a rest and you will come and go and do X. That's an understanding amount of work. And that is what should have been doing. That's what Claudia should have been looking at. That's what the farmers' representatives should have been doing.
Oh, yeah, and please, Senator Joseph. Yeah.
Okay, Miss Senator Joseph, Miss Claudia Joseph,
yeah.
Right? That is what should be doing. So you should have a panel with a board of persons like Mr. BJ and so, and good old estate owners who will put this program together so they'll get the benefit from the workers, and the workers get the benefit for their salary. No, it is off balance.
All right, bro. We got to take a break. Okay, wonderful. This is Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Andre Donald and BJ on your Real FM Agricultural Program for another Thursday. We will be right back.
Voices in Grenada. Whoa! Tuning on the spice line, where the airwaves free read. On the radio see. Whoa! No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe, just the raw truth I flow like Mount Kwakwa tribe. From Grand Anse to St. George, this the people them a shout. Real expression now, I let your heart pour out. Microphone to the heavens, the signal strong and clear. Voices of the voiceless, the oppressed, the sincere. Real FM, the vessel, your message fill the air. Speak your truth, Grenada, where your heart there. Real expression, real connection. 91.9, the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound where make freedom ring. Real expression, real connection. 91.9, the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound where make freedom ring. Fisherman chant the blues, farmer hymn the rain. Mama shares her wisdom, youths them chant for change. The radio no silence the struggles we face. Amplify the joy, the pain, the grace. Nutmeg in the rhythm, cocoa in the bass. Real FM hold the mirror to the spice all face. Reel up the truth select and let the people speak. 91.9, no weak heart, no meek. From Carriacou shores to the Crater Lake beat. Real expression loud and the nation loves. Lyrics are a temple.
said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500, and our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling your story visually, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Benjoon Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
Introducing Berger Travel-On from Answer Coatings Grenada Limited. Built tough for the Caribbean climate, Berger Travel-On is your one-coat solution for long-lasting protection and a beautiful textured finish. This patent texture design is available in 3 grades: ultra-fine, fine, and coarse, and in a wide range of colors, perfect for exterior and interior walls. Quick drying, low maintenance, and cost effective. Berger Travel-On keeps your projects on time and within budget. So whether you're building your first home or refreshing your space with that modern look,
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
School's calling, and Maya's Collections has the answer. Hey parents and students, the countdown is on. Maya's Collections in Sutes is your go-to spot for everything back to school. Uniforms, we've got them. St. Patrick Catholic School shirts, primary and preschool uniforms across St. Patrick, MacDonald College, St. Mark's and Montrose Secondary School uniforms, shirts, socks, vest, and more. Need supplies? We're stocked with notebooks, exercise books, school bags, accessories, and a whole lot more. plus a wide variety of household items for the home. Got government or Grand Coda vouchers? Bring them in. We accept both. Find us on Main Street Hotels. Opening hours from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays to Saturdays. Call us at 449-6197. At Myers Collection, style, supplies and savings all in one place. Come for the deals and stay for the vibes. Myers Collection, we've got you.
Real expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Whoa! Tune in on the spice line, hear the airwaves free. On the radio see. Whoa! No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe, just the raw truth a flow like Mount Kwakwa tribe.
A glance at the clock says it's 20 minutes before the 9 o'clock. Andre Donald together with Bertrand John for this morning, this Thursday morning edition of Agricultural Thursdays. Yeah. BJ. How's the farm?
How is the farm? Farm is going great.
What?
We are planting up.
Yeah, what are you planting?
New bananas now.
New bananas?
Yeah. We are about to put in 3,000 plants.
Oh, bananas?
Bananas.
You have space for that?
Land is already cleared.
Wow, that's a lot
Starting
of
to
bananas.
plant up from tomorrow, harvesting bananas at the moment.
Okay, let me ask this question, BJ. When you clear and you plant, all right, that 3,000, how long is it going to take you to plant them?
They should take about a week.
To plant the 3,000?
3,000.
Okay. And so that's end of August. Well, let's say September. When would you be able to reap bananas from that field?
In between 8 to 9 months after planting. Normally, banana take about 9 months to a year
to
really bear. Because the fruit, when it come out, after it comes out from the tree, it would have to take about 6 weeks to develop to get material. So, yeah, on average about 9 months.
Would you encourage people to plant bananas?
Yes. There are many reasons for it. There always seems to be a scarcity of good quality bananas for ripening. You can get cooking bananas all the time, but bananas for ripening has to be a certain size and certain appearance, certain look. And when you plant bananas, Andre, it's a kind of semi-permanent crop. You don't have to replant. Maybe 5-7 years after. Actually harvesting bananas from fields that were planted after Ivan, 20-something years now, never replanted, and continue to harvest from
Just
that same field, in the same area. 20-something years now, I'm harvesting bananas on a weekly basis from that field. Think about it. It's there.
If someone gets involved in bananas, do they have to have their own ripening plant?
Not necessarily.
They could sell to you.
And they can ripe bananas if it's not, a lot.
But the space.
If they don't have the space, they can sell to me. Mightn't be able to take everybody on, but marketing would also buy bananas.
Right now?
Yes.
Oh, they have a ripening room?
They have a ripening room.
Okay, so that never went out?
No. Not always in operation.
Always.
Of course, a smaller volume, but...
Yeah, because they don't sell.
Well, they don't sell as they used to.
Mm-hmm. But you believe that they're coming back? What do you think about this whole thing, about this new marketing board thingy?
Andre, things of a national interest. I really think that this government, and I'm also advising futuristic government, that they include people in the decision-making process, of a lot of things that benefit the country, and if you want it to be viable, you would have to let people buy into it, just like that. Marketing board has become a viable unit because people had buy into it. Marketing board has become a household name. You know, when you have something and you want a few dollars on the ends, you can look towards marketing board. That's what it used to be. So they provided a relevant service for a lot of people. I've seen people come in and sell, 50 pounds of stuff, 100 pounds of stuff, and they say, you know something, that money is to go and pay the phone bill, or that money is to pay the electricity bill. So it does help for some people. It do help a lot of people.
It's just that, wow. Well, I thought we were having another guest. I was thinking that one of our guests came in to check us out. BJ. Do you believe that if we lose the St. George's University, it would have a serious impact on our agriculture?
Yes, not just agriculture. I mean, with GDP,
but I'm talking
25%, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Come from that sector. And I of the notion, Andre, that we should do everything in our power when it comes to SGU to keep it there. The only thing I find, Andre, and I was thinking about that only yesterday evening, we have SGU here, and basically the dominant discipline that comes out of that university is medicine, medical doctors. And I don't see why we're not self-sufficient in that particular area yet. We all seem to have to get doctors from here, there, everywhere. And we have a university here. We should be spending a lot more money or trying to source a lot more scholarship for doctors here, or to get more doctors here. This year, a long time, eh? The university is here how many years now? Close to 50 years or so?
Kind of like maybe closer to that.
Yeah. So we should have a lot of doctors, yeah. We have a university right here. I know it's kind of expensive, but we should spend a lot of money on trying to get a lot more scholarships. Because it's home. You don't have to pay for boarding, and you don't have to pay for other things. I mean, just tuition you have to pay for. You find yourself there. Grenada is a small place.
Okay. I totally agree with you that Grenada is a small place, and there's so much that we can do that we aren't doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is correct.
I used to go to SGU, and it was night classes. And yes, it's a sacrifice, but sometimes if you want to develop your country, you have to make sacrifices. You don't have no two ways about it.
I'll tell you something, BJ. I believe that one of our problems in Grenada, one of our problems has to do with we have and we don't know what to do with what we have. I don't believe that people understand the value of having St. George's University here with us. I don't think that people understand that. And I also, I saw an article on social media the other day speaking to one Betty Matura, who at 50 something has she went back and did classes that she was not able to do in her school life. I believe she had dropped out, but she went back and success story. She did, I think, 3 subjects and got all 3.
It's good.
But there are a lot of people, BJ, who don't know that these services are available and how to make use of these services, because we do not sell these things the way we need to sell them.
Agreed.
We have in these things, and you'll hear when the thing is midway through and a reporter bunks up on the story, then it is spoken about. And somebody who probably wanted to do it, BJ, they realize, hold on, this thing, I can't do it no more. It's already halfway through. So, education is key in everything we do. And you spoke just now about doctors, but BJ, in relation to agriculture, how many local vets are we turning out from the same SG?
Yes, and we had people, may soul rest in peace. You had people like Buxton Nayak and them there, you know, son of our soil, you know. And we have a lot of people who, you know, who are doctors. We have Macmillan there, Rennie.
Yeah, and then what's the one from St. David's?
Yeah, I can't remember his name
Yeah,
now.
but
We have quite a bit of people here who are really good vets now,
But
Andre.
where are they, BJ?
Andre, we have Augustine David Shadow is a really good vet, qualified vet.
Was.
We have Francis Pierre.
Yeah,
who is a trained vet.
Was.
We have Mr. Morgan.
Was.
Very good.
Was.
We are the next generation of vets.
Yeah, we've got a caller. Let's take the caller. Good morning.
Yes, Mr. BJ. Can you tell, you say that you will be putting on 3,000 banana. Is the ministry aware of that plantation or the amount of banana you will be putting on there already?
Yes, they are aware. We are working closely with one Ronald O'Neill.
Right.
So he is aware as to what it is happening.
So that should be in the database. Based on the question that Mr. Andre just asked you, that should be in the database. So the state, the government, the ministry can say 5 months from now that we have an expansion of bananas coming in, and look at the acreage that it will be occupying. So you keep that database so we could say how many persons are interested in agriculture, what areas are interested in agriculture. So I'm glad that that is happening. And that's the way forward. That is why I'm saying that the new marketing board should have come up with new policies also, so that you know, a man putting on, that is almost 2-3 acres of banana putting on there. Right? And you have to, the state must be aware of that. Right? The ministry must be aware of that. The minister must be able to pick up that record and say that this gentleman, so when you apply for condition, that should be granted to you, because this here is a man that's putting in, making use of agriculture, making use of the land, making use of plants. You understand? The ministry should be willing to assist that man, that person, a person like that, in getting accommodation. That's the way forward.
Clifford, we play politics with everything. And this is our fundamental problem. We watch face.
That is why we
don't deal with the issues. We deal with the persons. And this is a problem. If you don't like somebody, or if that person support a different political party, then they're not in line to get X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
You think about Mr. Francis Pierre. Andrew seems to be talking about it every week. I didn't hear it yet. But someone like him, who is an ardent farmer, you know, he was declined the assistance that was given after burial.
Yeah, he didn't get that $9,000, and he has too much land not to get the $9,000.
So you know, so sometimes
and that should never be.
No, it shouldn't be. And people who are really not, you know, deserving that money, those be the one that.
We should never be thinking of whether the man is an NMP and ULP or whatnot. When it comes to where you shouldn't do it. Even though the minister don't like you, that should not be a blockage.
Nope. People with the wrong heads are the ones that are making the decisions in our country. They head not functioning straight, not functioning properly. They've been blinded by money and power, and unable to think rationally.
That was putting in how many banners. Look at Porter. Any government in power, early Porter, keep the standard of his workers. He keep the amount of people. He keep the acreage that they work in. Any government, under every government.
Yes. Work with whatever government that is in power.
Exactly.
That's the order of the day.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. If the people, make a choice that this is who we go with, then according to the democratic principle, we abide. That don't necessarily mean that the status quo have to change with regard to how you farm. You should be, you should have a plan.
Yeah. You remember the other 2 years ago when NDC was in power, Mr. Gilbert, Gilbert you call him, had us to pay the workers on the Mongtool estate.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right? You remember that?
Yes, remember.
He got money, and then Mr. Tillman Thomas said he's going to pay him back. I mean, that is high-class nonsense. Government is going to pay him back.
How many things you see government budgeted for and it never happen, especially in the area of agriculture. This is the ministry probably that normally will get the hardest hit, or is the one that has to make the most sacrifice when it comes to projects and whatever. Clifford, I'm not sure if the guys them believe in agriculture. That's my take. I'm not sure if they think you can make genuine money. So their focus is elsewhere. If they were, sure about this thing, I'm more than sure they would be looking at it differently.
I agree. I totally agree with you, because the same thing happening here. The owners of the Woolston, 600 acres, and they can't get together, and government seems to not even able to put in a word of advice inside it. Remember something. 600 acres. A buyer came to them while Peter David was Minister of Agriculture. They worked out a price to pay $10 million for the 600 acres. People were buying it as it is, the estate as it is. One party of the estate, because there was 2 brothers, one section of the brothers' children say, that is not sufficient. That is $27 million we throw away. And the state couldn't come in and save and make sure that these people save that. You tell me that it's a personal matter. 10 million. That is $27 million of US when you do a ticket from US. You let that go in the wind. Think of it. Think of what you let go in the wind. Postal have about 600 acres in Pleasant, and they must have about 20 odd people working there now. And they're not shipping ban or anything, but they are working still. Government go, government come. And you tell me government couldn't come in and influence the owners that, okay, you're not interested because you're selling. And look at what the state is going to be losing. Where are we going?
All right, Cliff, take care. Thank you. Have a wonderful one. Good. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. We've been joined by another esteemed guest this morning. Stay with us while I get things organized.
Cultural pride and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Whoa! Tune in on the spice side, hear the airwaves free. On the radio see. Whoa! No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe, just the raw truth a flow like Mount Kwakwa tribe. From Grand Anse to St. George, the people
informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Welcome to the latest news update as produced by Triple N. We'll have the details when I return.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hello and welcome back. Locally, the government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Finance, is partnering with the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank to introduce a household retail bond as part of its debt management and citizen investment strategy. The initiative coincides with Financial Literacy Month in October, an ECCB-led program that promotes sound financial decision-making across the region. Ahead of the bond's launch, the government has issued a request for proposals seeking qualified individuals or firms to provide project management services for the successful issuance of its inaugural household retail bond on the regional government securities market. In the region in Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Amor Motley is calling for a regional fact-checking mechanism to combat the growing threat of fake news. She broached the subject at the opening session of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union's annual General Assembly in Barbados on Tuesday. Samantha Simon reports.
Barbados Prime Minister Mia Motley is calling for an urgent regional response to combat fake news, proposing the establishment of a Caribbean-wide truth and verification mechanism. Speaking at the Caribbean Broadcasting Union's annual General Assembly on Tuesday, Motley warned that false information threatens the very foundations of Caribbean democracy.
I believe the time has come for us to have a regional truth and verification mechanism that allows us to have local nodes but is managed at the regional level in order to get the benefit of the economies of scale.
The Prime Minister warned that fake news poses a real threat to Caribbean democracies, comparing the challenge to the Rwanda genocide, where media was used to destabilize society.
The presence of fake news, benignly created or maliciously created, it matters not. But its capacity to destabilize individuals, communities, and countries is now very, very real.
Motley acknowledged the cost of establishing such a system, but stressed that the cost of doing without such protection would be far greater.
It has long been said that if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. And if you think this truth and validation mechanism or verification mechanism is expensive, try doing without it. We are already seeing people leaning to more sexy and sensational communication, but sexy and sensational without a factual basis. And in those circumstances, as my grandfather would say to us, if you give a lie a head start, you have hell to catch it. And even if damages are available, the damage is done.
Thank you, Samantha. And in sports, Leeds United have signed AC Milan striker Noah Okafor for $18 million to take spending by Premier League clubs this summer to a record $2.37 billion. The Switzerland striker has joined the Premier League club on a 4-year deal. The 25-year-old becomes Leeds' 9th summer signing since winning the championship to secure their return to the top flight. This ends the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. I am your presenter Maxine Entwine, thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Introducing Berger Travel-On from Answer Coatings Grenada Limited. Built tough for the Caribbean climate, Berger Travel-On is your one-coat solution for long-lasting protection and a beautiful textured finish. This patent texture design is available in 3 grades: ultra-fine, fine, and coarse, and in a wide range of colors, perfect for exterior and interior walls. Quick drying, low maintenance, and cost-effective. Berger Travel-On keeps your projects on time and within budget. So whether you're building your first home or refreshing your space with that modern look,
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantemelle and our showroom on Benjoon Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantemelle and our showroom on Benjoon Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
School's calling, and Maya's Collections has the answer. Hey parents and students, the countdown is on. Maya's Collections in Sutes is your go-to spot for everything back to school. Uniforms, we've got them. St. Patrick Catholic School shirts, primary and preschool uniforms across St. Patrick, MacDonald College, St. Mark's and Montrose Secondary School uniforms, shirts, socks, vests, and more. Need supplies? We're stocked with notebooks, exercise books, school bags, accessories, and a whole lot more. Plus a wide variety of household items for the home. Got government or Grand Coda vouchers? Bring them in. We accept both. Find us on Main Street Sutez. Opening hours from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays to Saturdays. Call us at 449-6197. At Myers Collection, style, supplies and savings all in one place. Come for the deals and stay for the vibes. Myers Collection, we've got you.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. 'Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrating. Come let your rhythm flow. Real expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Whoa! Tuning on the spice line, hear the air. This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Carrickle. Good morning, PD Martinique. 11 minutes today is after the 9 o'clock hour.
From the mountain to the sea.
With me, I have
Every road, Grenada's roots forever.
Dr. Antoine and BJ. Doc, whose headphone? Somebody headphone is not, they're not hearing.
Grow real, grow Grenada. Parts of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday.
Okay, I think we've got it. It's Thursday, yeah, agriculture. So, Doc, how you doing? Welcome. I did send you the link earlier this morning, but it's better to have you here in, as I say, in the flesh. How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Sorry about my tardiness. I end up having to clean up a spill of my cup of hot cocoa tea this morning before leaving.
So you had a hot cup of cocoa this morning?
I had to. I needed to get energize myself.
Good for you.
Thanks. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, BJ. Good morning, fellow audience out there. Thank you very much for having us one more time. And my apologies for my tardiness.
Well, apology accepted, most definitely. How's your week, Doc?
It's been going so far so good. Lots of work to be done, gotten done. Looking forward to getting a number of things accomplished over the next couple of days between now and Saturday.
I visited you, as you know. BJ, I visited Doc on Saturday. When last you been there?
A long time.
How long is a long time, for real?
Few years.
BJ, you need to go. Seriously, the last time I was there maybe it was about a year ago. And if you've been there a few years ago, BJ, you need to go and see.
Yeah, actually saw Doc on social media. Advertising his product. And I was impressed. You were there with PM Dickon and Minister Andrew. And
how long ago was that?
That was a few months ago, month or two.
March.
Yeah.
March. Yeah. But I tell you, what's there now? It's I need to take Gates one of these days and walk around, go there and do a documentary on the whole process. The most impressive thing for me is his labeling line, where the bottles are filled and labeled and everything like that, and of course they're taken out physically and put in the boxes. That was most amazing for me, and that's when I believe, hey, Woodman is Woodman. Woodman is going to. I mean, Woodman ain't bust the roof yet. When they bust the roof, everybody is going to know.
That's why I read Doc.
Yeah,
It's somebody who And I'm not saying everybody could do it or everybody should do it. But we need to have a lot more people like Doc here who been abroad, come back as a trained scientist, and didn't look for a government job. He probably couldn't find himself lecturing somewhere or doing something different, but he chose to add value to our product. He chose to use the local material that we have and basically, create a product that, is worldwide, more or less, known now. And I must say kudos to Doc and his workers for, remember when this product used to be a scarce commodity. People used to ask, when would man pass in? Because Doc were not able to produce enough. And now to see it in almost every shop in the country, it's a plus. And people can pick it up and travel abroad, and we can earn some foreign exchange. What more can we ask for? Andre, we should have like 100 entities like these in our country. 100, nothing less. That is rum. And we probably could have made 20 different product of that nature, alcoholic product. We had my brother used to try starting up something like that in Tivoli area, and what's the name of this again? Hard wine and other things. And
Where's he?
He died.
Oh, he died.
Yeah.
Pep wine, that's it. That's
And nobody picked it up. Nobody run with the idea and stuff like that.
But
And
you, your brother, you should have done it.
Andre can't do everything.
Well, why didn't you say, well, Andre, go do that one?
Andre, you should have to fall in line for that for yourself. You don't. Let me tell you something, man. You know how much donkey me bring by the well, man, and I come back and don't drink no water and me waste my time. So, so but I must back to where we were. Andre, this is a plus, and this is something that's a script that should be written, and where you say that hang on, you need to do a documentary. Yeah, that's what we need to do. When we turn on our television during the day, those are the things that we should be seeing. Documentaries on those projects of national interest that actually take off, success stories. Where are those, Andre? All you're seeing on the television is about that foolishness, and they expect people to be creative and innovative when you're teaching them silliness every day.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much, comrades, for the
You like this
pleasant
comment?
commentary.
You like this comment?
Brothers and brothers, comrade and brother. Thanks very much for the compliments, but I want to say that the kudos goes to the associates who actually do the real work and manage the operation. Even when I'm not here. So the praise is for the associates at AB, Antoine Burger Enterprises. So thank you very much. And of course, thanks to the public out there who have supported us over the last 15, 16 years to get us where we are. And so we have to continue fulfilling our pledge and promise to our people to do all that we can in the process of helping to develop our society. In fact, I just want to highlight a couple points here. Earlier on, you guys made reference to the fact that when decisions and policies have been made, there tends to be little or no consultation with the people who are directly affected. And so the reinstituting of the marketing board didn't really take into consideration consultations with most of the farmers. So that's an issue that probably should be addressed with in a general sense. But that happens over in various ways. And so I hope at some point in time that will change in the interest of in the national interest ultimately. Secondly, I want to highlight a point that I've come to learn just a few weeks ago. It is evident that way back in 1962, we had young Grenadians at the time literally talking publicly about the need for developing the agricultural sector together with the agro-processing and manufacturing. And apparently a good gentleman did a lecture one time in the Market Square addressing the issue, because at the time he was studying at one of the universities in North America. And he recognized the potential for Grenada's economic development being based mainly, not solely, but mainly on the agricultural sector, but definitively linked with the manufacturing sector as well. And that's a point I want to highlight this morning, because it in one way, if we're able to achieve that, it means we are literally, on our way to independence, right? Or freedom. Look at it this way. So if BJ produces 3,000 bunches of bananas in the next 12 months, and let's assume only 1,000 of those bunches are absorbed by the local market in the supermarkets, etc., etc. BJ probably would have on his hand 2,000, right?
Correct.
That's just an assumption. So what would BJ do with those 2,000 bananas? Would they spoil? Well, that's just bananas. But the same thing could apply to things like watermelons, the plantains, and now the mangoes and guavas and golden apples we have, where the excess of those produce go to waste. In BJ's case, he's been innovative enough to figure out, okay, we cook some, we ripen some, we sell some, we export some, right? And so that's good. But if we were to expand that to the point where our farmers are provided a ready market for their produce, period. So no matter what amount you produce, any excess that you cannot consume personally, you cannot sell to the supermarkets. There's a market for it in a factory ready to process your produce. Wouldn't that make a difference for two ways? One, it makes a difference in the form of the farmers having a ready market for their produce, irrespective of the amount to produce. And therefore, there'll be a need for a reliable labor supply in the agricultural sector. Secondly, you'll be ensuring long-term sustainable employment for people in the factory processing those excess fruits into value-added products. Those value-added products, some of which will get to remain here, but most of it most likely would get exported. Now, once you export that, that means we're bringing in foreign exchange that provides for money or foreign exchange for purchase of other machinery and equipment. And therefore, we can expand our economy by developing the manufacturing sector. And I want to challenge current governments and successive governments on the importance of focusing on establishing a minimum of 3 to 5 factories in every parish in Grenada, including Carriacou and Petit Martin. Yes,
that's ambitious, isn't it?
Well, it has to be. We can't afford to make small plants anymore, Andre. We are in essence 55 to 60 years behind where we should be in terms of economic development. Imagine there was a point in time when we were told that we're not allowed to do manufacturing. The British passed a law in 1958 saying that Grenada is not allowed to industrialize. And in order to build a factory at the time, one had to apply for permission to build a factory. Could you imagine that, right? Today, when we're supposed to be independent, we still struggle with the idea of what do we do with the assets we have. We allow our assets to go idle to the detriment of our farmers. So look, for example, our nutmeg sector. Instead of growing from year to year, our nutmeg sector is in essence in decay, to the point where we allow one of the best assets we have to lay idle. Not just the one, we have in fact 2 nutmeg processing plants here idle. The government should find it fit within the next 6 months to ensure and instruct the owners of those 2 enterprises be up and running and function in the interest of Grenada's economic development. But imagine if in every parish you have 3 to 5 different processing plants, right? And there are a wide range of stuff we could process in Grenada, including some of our herbs that have basic health and medicinal properties, including our fruits and vegetables, including some of our wild products in the wild, including some of our aquatic species, yeah? And what do? We continue to export our nutmegs raw as the colonialists wanted us to do 50, 60, 90 years ago.
But I've been speaking about that for the past 15 years.
And
religiously.
Being independent, we still don't have the wherewithal to pull together and say, okay, let us process all of the nutmegs we have. Let us process all of the cocoa we have, so that at the end of the day we export finished products to the international market. And at the same time we provide some of the goodies that our people enjoy, like chocolate bars and other stuff here. And why are we not doing that?
BJ can tell us.
Why we're not doing that is that we don't seem to have the will to do it. We have the resources, we have the brain, we don't have the will. We're very good at imagining things. When it comes to the actual execution, we do have an issue. Because Doc, and we're getting back right there. Week after week, we're saying the same thing. Where is the holistic national development plan for our country? I'm not even speaking about the agriculture sector. I'm just speaking about the overall plan. How many factories do we want over the next 5 years? What are the areas that we are targeting? Who are the people that we are targeting? Where are we getting the money from? Are we doing a proper analysis as to whether or not this can be sustainable or not? And Doc, those are the things that we need to do. And we are not doing it. Look how you have one oil distillery rotting down, so to speak. It's spoiling in Mali.
Yeah.
You have another one in the middle of the country. Central.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, those entities are closed, as though it's nuclear materially producing there, you know. So we shut it down. Something wrong with us, brethren. Every good thing that we have, we tend, and as soon as we have a little difficulty, we tend to close it. Which factory that are set up worldwide and didn't have the teething period?
I'm not sure. I'm not aware of any.
Whole lot of them. They have the little issues from time to time, whether it be from the hardware, whether it be from managerial, whatever. And they rectify it. They fix it. Here, as we have an issue, rather than we sit down and discussing, we jump up and we say, you know something, this cannot function. Why this factory was closed down in the central part of the country? Somebody was paying our farmers a bit more money than what the association was giving them. And we thought, no, hang on, farmers going to turn to those people. And we say, no, we're closing it down. So we close it down so our farmers going to remain poor and stay and carry on the same activities that they were doing year and year ago. And Doc, you know what is strange? The same people who are closing down those entities, they're going to make themselves, you know.
Yes.
And the same people turn around and telling young people, get involved, you know.
Yes.
Somebody just write me a message and say, BJ, how did it? I say, why? They say, well, you're saying that nutmeg is $3.50 a pound. No, it's $3 now. They take out the 50 cents last month. So I'm behind time. And you're telling farmers, you understand, get involved, get your children involved. I'm not sure if you're thinking right. I'm not sure if you heard it right, you know. The thing having a diminishing effect. You're getting less and less in terms of price, in terms of production also. And yet still you're telling the younger generation, yo, go get involved in that, you know. Something the right way the way we're thinking.
Well, in fact, my last description of that phenomenon is that no sensible person would build a structure, a building, a house, whatever, and then turn around and remove the foundation. And that's exactly what we've been doing, you know.
Yes.
We've been literally removing the foundation of our economic development over the last several years. And what do you expect if you remove the foundation of a building? Collapses. And that's what's happening. Could you imagine that at this day and age, nutmeg farmers have been paid $3 or $3.50,
No,
$3 a pound.
50 cents come out.
As opposed to being paid $5 15 years ago or 25 years ago, when there was a struggle between Web and GCNA. Now, could you imagine that 15 years ago there was a struggle, right? A little more than that. Farmers were being paid on one side $5. Then the GCNA was forced to increase their price to the farmers because there was competition. By golly, why don't you encourage that competition so our farmers could benefit ultimately? In other words, if we have 2, 3, 4 different nutmeg plants operating, each competing with competing for the farmers' produce, farmers would benefit, you know, and there'll be an incentive to farmers to go produce more. And in the absence of that, what do we have? We have a monopoly that's dormant, defunct, and killing the spirit of our farmers.
The people in the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, they are okay they have their salaries, and I'm talking about the people who have the air-conditioned jobs. They have their salaries, they've been there over the years, they have their pension scheme worked out, whichever way, and they are happy. The farmers are the one catching us. And the farmers don't understand that, hey, we need to get rid of these people. But every year and every time it comes to election, the farmers putting back the same people who causing them to catch us.
Because the system is rigged. But go ahead.
The system is rigged. The farmers' heads that's rigged. Because if the farmers were to just listen to us on one occasion and realize what we're saying to them, it can't be rigged. The farmers are not listening. So when time comes to vote for Nutmeg people again, they're going back and they're voting back the same set of people and put them there. That is why Sinclair is where he is. The farmers are doing that.
Well, you say it's the farmers, but the people in control, the people who manage the operations, they fix the system to benefit from it. Huh?
Well, the farmers allow that because the farmers who put them there.
Well, imagine I go to our area meeting, for example, Andre, and I am not allowed to freely express myself and speak and ask questions. And then when I ask questions, I don't get a response. I'm told the issue is in the hands of the farmers. And I'm referring specifically to my last meeting, one of the last meetings I attended, where I specifically asked, what is the status as regards the Nutmeg Boards Association recovering the $8 million that has been abused or removed or taken, stolen from the nutmeg farmers, and the $140,000 outstanding on a bill for sale of nutmeg to some company in England. And the response I got was, it's in the hands of the farmer, of the lawyers. Could you imagine a farmer asking a question of the managerial personnel? And year after year, they tell you the same damn answer. It's in the hands of the lawyers. And the question is, what are the lawyers doing about it? The lawyers have been paid, you know. The lawyers have been paid to do the work to recover the monies on behalf of the nutmeg farmers. But if the management doesn't care whether or not the money is recovered, then they don't care about our farmers. And guess what, Andre? They turn around and have to represent us in government, you know.
But that is BJ and you and BJ that caused Sinclair to be there, you know?
No, well, not necessarily, because I've never been informed of
that's
this.
That's why you and BJ saying, oh, y'all didn't vote, we didn't vote. You complicit.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily agree to that.
As long as you own property, as long as you own land and you have one nutmeg tree.
So why is it they don't make sure that every farmer is informed? Let me just explain that. Every farmer is informed at least 2 weeks in advance of an election. So let me just put it this way, Andrew. If you select one radio station to advertise a meeting on behalf of farmers in whatever area, only the listeners to that one station get the news, you know. So meanwhile, you have 3, 4, 5 other stations that also broadcast to other people. Everybody don't listen to the same radio station. So you're doing a disservice to the farmers when you only make your announcement on one station, as opposed to, hold on, let me finish my point, as opposed to ensuring that all the media, all the radio stations, for example, get the opportunity to inform our farmers on behalf of the association that there will be a meeting. If you selectively take one station, then that means you are, quote unquote, providing a disservice to our farmers. And so we have to begin to look at things on a nationalistic level. Every radio station should be provided the opportunity to inform our farmers of national meetings, but they don't. Why?
Let me ask you a question. How long you coming here now? How long have you been part of this Agricultural Thursday? You, doctor.
I'm not sure. It's just a few years.
BJ, how long have you been involved?
A decade.
Or more.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I have never had in studio with me, probably via phone, but I've never had in studio with me any Minister of Agriculture to sit and to talk about agriculture, to sit and to get a call from a farmer to say, look, I have that problem. I have never had it.
Then maybe you should invite the minister.
You should do what?
They all are invited.
Ah.
Publicly too.
What you mean, man? I had what's his name because I don't know if he changed the number again yet, but I had Mr. Adrian Thomas, and that's because his friend Philip Alexander gave me his number and I called him. And he gave us a 5 minutes, I think it was, a 5-10 minutes on the radio. Promised to come again, never did. And then, of course, the Prime Minister moved him. This one get too much invitation, this present one, and he ain't coming. But even if you ain't get an invitation, this program deals with agriculture every single week. We deal with agriculture. Are you telling me that the people who surround you, who should know that you need to get your information out, aren't able to pick up that phone and say, watch, let me call this guy and them, let me call Andre when he's off air and say, look, Andre, the Minister of Agriculture needs some time on your agricultural program because he needs to talk to the farmers? Are you telling me that this can't happen?
Andre, if you have something good to say, you generally look for people to tell them, you know. If you don't have nothing to say, you could as well as hold your corner, you know. Man and them probably doing the right thing, you know. And stay with it, you know. What's wrong with you on that?
You know, we have invited them.
And if they choose not to come, it's because, and they have a reason for not coming.
This door is open to any government minister. And I say to them, simply, they're afraid. They're afraid to do so and come. Now, hold on. They're afraid to do so and come and sit down and speak freely because they know they're going to lie. And we don't lie. They know they're going to lie for the Grenadian people, so they will not come here. But I challenge any one of them at any time. Call me. You can call me. When I get in here in the morning, and just before I start, if I have a program set with somebody and you call 5 minutes before and you say, I am at your gate and I want to come, I'm the minister of what? Come, let's talk. I canceling what I have.
Yeah, I think there should be this open policy of anybody being able to access your service to discuss whatever issue is
the nation's business.
Yes. And this would be one way of, quote unquote, being accountable to our people for the work we have charged you with on behalf of Grenada. And in as much as we do not have that accountability, it means people given the various responsibilities continue to shirk the responsibility. And so what do we have at the end of the day? Like I said, you have nothing to say, right? So what do you come to report on?
Not even the opposition coming.
But here is an opportunity. But here is an opportunity for everyone. But here is an opportunity for everyone to really, use a media like this for interacting with the people, quote unquote, stakeholders.
BJ afraid to come in. BJ only coming in agriculture on Thursday. But other than that, as a politician, BJ ain't coming by here at all.
Okay, well, we have
afraid.
Andre.
Yes, sir.
If
just don't stutter.
If you're not a singer, I don't think you should walk through the gate here, you know.
I didn't know what that means. I'm not here to unravel.
You know, Andre. Yeah. That was going through my mind. We sort of don't realize that scarcity and also overproduction are on two extreme ends. But those are the things that cause people to be innovative and creative and provide an avenue whereby you can create opportunities. And I'm giving you an example here. The last time the man and them gone up somewhere in the Barren Sea or up a coal over there and hold quite a bit of soft fish that people, don't particularly use in the kitchen and stuff. The man say, boy, what are we going to do with that? One man say, yo, let me tell you something, man. Let's grind this thing. And let's put some color in it. And let's mimic crab flesh. So they grind this thing, they put some kind of reddish, Andrew, the color, Andrew Josie, what it was way again?
Anato?
No, kind of the color of the movement.
Oh, you mean the orange?
The orange kind of color.
Yes.
And they make it look like crab flesh.
Yes.
And they put it in some little thing like some straw. And they call it crab stick.
Yes.
And they're selling it. But everybody who eat this thing believe it's crab that they're eating. Or lobster that they're eating. No. It's the old fish that nobody wants, and they just mimic the taste and put the chemical and color up the meat and package it properly. There was a time, not too long ago in the dock, I don't know if you remember, the whole of Pinesville used to be filled with nutmeg and we had to dump it. We was overproducing nutmeg. They all took weevils and stuff like that. There was no good. There was a lot of places in Grenada where we had to dump nutmegs because we were overproducing. And while we were doing that, we had factory here, whereby we could have get the oil, whereby we could have, used the raw material and create a secondary product that wouldn't spoil. But what we do, we dump it, and then we go back putting it in bags again and doing the same thing and selling it abroad. How are we going to develop? We are the creative minds. Where are the kids that we send to university, to study in those particular area of interest and get them back home to develop that sector for the hard-working farmers of our country? Where are them? Under the policy, the plan, the mindset. You go in there and you're looking for money for yourself. You think you're thinking about Tulika farmer? You're broke for yourself. You're not trying to fill your pocket first before you think about Tulika farm outside it. Them won't come on your radio station. What they come in and do? And tell people how they fill in their pocket? This is what is of interest to these people and them, not farmers.
I want to make 2 points here. First of all, anybody getting into politics, or people need to know that they're getting into politics because the so-called politicians are interested in serving the interests of the country. That should be their primary reason for getting into politics. And unless that is the primary reason, then they shouldn't get into politics.
Agreed.
Then that means, therefore, we have to have a mechanism in place to ensure some degree of accountability to our people on a periodic basis. Every month, there should be constituency meetings with the representatives who would account for his activities, policies, decisions in government that affect adversely or positively our people. So that's the first issue as regards people getting into politics. But the next point I want to make is the policymakers need to bear in mind that given the amount of wastage of raw materials we incur on a daily basis here in Grenada, specifically the reference you just made to the so-called weevily type nutmegs, that should never happen for 2 reasons. One, material like that has potential for releasing a greater quantity of essential oils than the non-weevily nutmegs. That's one. 2, the nutmeg fat has more value than the oil because it represents approximately 40 to 45% of the nutmeg. And it has a lot of medicinal properties to it. And that part of the nutmeg we overlook as being important as well. So it's not just the oil, but we have the fat as well. And the same thing can be said for the cocoa. However, in the absence of a Ministry of Science and Technology, or in the absence of a serious ministry whose interest is scientific development of our society, we're going to have that problem. Hence the reason why I've been campaigning and arguing and calling for a Ministry of Science and Technology that will help to put a number of things in place to deal with issues like you just referenced. Not just deal with the issues, but you'll also ensure that there's a program that trains our school children from primary school, secondary school, and tertiary level to be interested in science. So unless we don't have a Ministry of Science whose task is to focus on ensuring development of a scientific culture in our society, encouraging curiosity and investigative research among our people, beginning from primary school. Until then, we'll continue to mark time the way we've been marking time since 1962, 63, 64, 72. So we need change, and change has to be bold if we really want to have some impact.
True.
And in this case, I think one of the most important changes we need to have at this point is a Ministry of Science and Technology that can focus on harnessing the resources we have, specifically the human resource and the natural resources we have, to bring added value to our economy and economic development. Let me just illustrate that one simple way. The government spends money every period to get rid of the sargassum weed on the coast from the beach areas, and then they dump it. And what does Barbados do?
I don't know.
They do it. They use it to produce natural gas and a whole range of cosmetic products and other byproducts from the sargassum. Why? Because their scientists go to work. What do we do with our people? Our people we have a scientific chief scientist in the Ministry of Agriculture, right? What is he doing? In other words, we have the possibility to make use of the sargassum, for example, to bring value to our society, economic value, and we fail to do it. We fail to do it because our scientists, we don't have a plethora of scientists who can be engaged to develop a range of products from that same material that we spend money to waste. This, in essence, illustrates the need for a scientific ministry whose task is to deal with the scientific problems that we face in our society. And here, for example, is where the Maribor Farm School would fall under that ministry, because they can be charged with specific research and development projects dealing with the issue of sargassum. Yep. And we don't do it. Why? Instead, we create all kind of other ministries: Ministry of Implementation, Ministry of Creative Arts, etc., etc. Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Tourism. And we do not have a Ministry of... Do we have a Ministry of Industry? Do we have a Ministry of Industry? Nobody could answer that question. And we don't have a Ministry of Science and Technology.
Nope.
So how are we going to develop if we don't focus our human resource and develop the scientific minds
you don't
to
need
solve the problems that we face on a daily basis in our society?
You don't need those ministry if you don't want to develop. If you follow in, you don't need those ministries. It's when you want to set trend and pattern you need those ministries.
And that's what we want to do.
If your followers dark, you're just picking up scrums. You can't really set trend. And if you set in trend, that's where the money is. So as far as I'm concerned, they don't want you to set trend. Why do you think government are now struggling with, hang on, something, let's pass a new legislation. So we cannot accommodate every public servant, so to speak, people who work for the government under the normal pension scheme that we have. So we're going to have another one on the side because the government wouldn't be able to carry that burden down the road. Well, you're only thinking about those burdens because you have too much of people hanging on like parasite. All right? In your central government, I am saying that if you create opportunities for people, if you let them grow and own business, if you teach them entrepreneurship, if you ensure that they set up business that can generate serious revenue, you don't have to think about pension from them. Those businesses should be able to sustain them throughout their life and basically pass on to their family. But you don't care about that. As far as you're concerned, they can come hang on to a little job by you. You give them $1,000 or $1,500 a month. You put them on some funny kind of pension scheme that you don't even know if they get in, and you hope they're going to vote for your next election. Brethren, what we're doing is that we're mentally enslaving our people still, without recognizing it, for our quests, our cravings for power and money. You basically is a destabilizer, you is a old traitor.
So in essence, you're saying
you're betraying your country.
We still have not emancipated ourselves.
How are we doing what we're doing there? What's wrong with you and that?
And so that's the challenge we face, to begin to raise the level of awareness, to raise our people's consciousness as regards the state of affairs, economic and social affairs that affect us on a daily basis. And yes, I still plead publicly that we begin to request of our government the importance of a Ministry of Science and Technology so as to expose our students of the potential range of scientific fields that they as students can seek to pursue as a career path. Because in the absence of that, we cannot just continuously showcasing every careers day. The case of the police, the medical doctors, the lawyers, the nurses, teachers. when there is a plethora of scientific fields that our students can pursue as potential careers for down the road. And unless we don't expose them to those potential areas of scientific interest, until then they remain in ignorance. So that is a specific role also the Ministry of Science can play in helping to develop that scientific culture in our society. But until we recognize the importance of science as a fundamental tool that will be essential for developing our society, until then we'll continue to wallow in our nonsense.
Very much so.
And it's sad, but we have to continue championing the cause and the call for better policies that ensure serious economic development in our society. And one of those policies I'm insisting has to be the need for a Ministry of Science and Technology, and couple that with the need for a serious national economic development plan that focuses on developing the agricultural sector in parallel with the manufacturing sector, so as to absorb the excess labor force to make greater use of our resources, etc. And the Ministry of Science that's designed to develop and train the personnel and develop the capacity needed for solving our scientific needs in our society.
We have a caller, guys. Good morning.
Hello, morning. Yes, morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's just an observation, and I think it's a serious one. And it's a conversation I've been having with a good few farmers in recent days. Nowadays in the St. George Parish. I don't know what's going on in St. Patrick's. I don't know what's going on in St. Andrews and this kind of places. But rain has been on the ground in this area for the past few months. And farmers who have been trying to plant things are having a serious difficulty. Potato, yam, for that matter, one of the farmers keep pointing out to me that his yam and all is drying up. Corn, this year is almost non-existent in this area. I don't know what the situation is up there, but that's a serious issue. That shows what is going to happen in the next few months with our food situation. So that's the time of the year you expect to have a lot of the corn, and yams and potatoes and so on. That is on the low. So take care, General.
So in essence, you're saying that the issue of irrigation of water is of national concern to our farmers, right? Because
yes.
And so
the rain policy in particular too.
Well, there are two factors to that, The more trees we have in our forests, the greater would be the tendency for rainfall, right? And therefore a higher level of precipitation. So we need to encourage the reforestation of the once forested areas and replace those so-called reserve forests with real trees, replacing the wakanu, the vine, the balaji, and the bamboo with real trees that will ultimately help increase and support a serious level of rainfall. So that's one part of it. The other part is the issue of excess water that tends to be running off of our hills and our rivers into the sea, into the ocean. I see no reason why our communities cannot, in a serious way, embark on a program whereby we build several wells, especially under those play fields like the cricket field, the football field, the stadiums, and other wide open areas. Build serious wells upon which you can build the fields, but wells that will hold serious volumes of water that will be available for the various communities. So that, for example, the Progress Park area could be both a park for recreational activity and other activities on the surface, but underneath that park we should have, I don't know how many cubic meters of or liters of water that can be held there, but we should have one of the hugest water tank there from which water is available for the rest of the community, both in Grenville, Paradise, Sports, etc. And that kind of principle should be pervasive in all our communities, so that at no point in time the issue of water should be a problem for our farmers specifically, but also for our communities where our housewives sometimes have to literally leave their homes and go haul water from the spring or the river. So those are the 2 points I wanted to make as regards water availability. I hope the idea catches on somewhere. Sorry, go ahead, caller.
You were saying that there are times that do a little bit of counting of the amount of rivers and streams we have in Gilbert. And we have over 35 thereabout. So that would give you an idea of the amount of water that just keep going down to the sea without being utilized in the real sense.
Right.
Yes, it passed through some of the farms and so on. But in that kind of areas, you probably find more cocoa, banana, and so on. But the people who are doing regular cash crop farming should be able to access that water through the water.
But even
Something needs to be done about
I
that.
think a lot of education, Doc, need to be done with regard to the importance of water.
Yes.
I'm not sure if we understand the real importance of water. I think we have a lot and we think it's limitless. And I've been speaking about that over the last few years. We basically need to start harvesting water in a serious way, and we need to start treating water as a real important commodity and one of the most important and essential commodity with regard to farming and the sustenance of life. And wherever we go in this realm that we're living in, the first thing we're looking for is water. If we find water, we know you have life, or we know you can sustain life. Even when you go up on the moon, when we start picking up the cups of rock and stuff, some water we want to find, as we do find water, we know we can, basically sustain life there. Doc, with regard to water, I've seen a place in St. Elizabeth where seriously dry. That place is just really dry. And Doc, they harvest water with a truck. So they create, because there is a scarcity of water there, the land is ideal for vegetable because it's hot and dry. So they have people who can go to the bank and get a loan and buy a water truck. And he supplies water to the farmer every day or every other day. But because the water is coming out from river and is untreated, it don't cost him much. So he's able to charge the farmer, price that can, he can basically, afford. No, you know something, Doc? You know what is strange? The guys them realize, hang on, water is a scarce commodity. So they all have water tanks, either built one or those that they purchase on the farm. And they measure religiously 1 cup of water every single day per plant. So they don't waste water, no sprinkling, wasting time and wasting water. And they give each plant 1 cup of water every single day. A man say, something? Hang on. Just run a few miles away. We have grass field and stuff. Nobody walking those lands. So he gets a loan and he buy a truck. And the agriculture banks and department will support things like that. And now he get a few employees. And they harvesting grass now and sell to the same vegetable farmers, whereby they dry this grass and use as mulch. So you don't use plenty water. The transpiration rate, reduce it and stuff like that. The evaporation rate. No, my God, how difficult it is for us to organize those things. I've seen a few farmers in areas like Shambo and Livera and Batway, and those areas grow some of the better watermelon. But they have one problem. They only can do it for 6 months. When during the rainy season, the other 6 months they have to put the hand under the chin and wait. Because the support system, the logistics are not in place to ensure that people can make money continuously and farmers can get rich and we can have a sustainable country.
Guys, let's give this caller 30 seconds because we only have 2 more minutes.
Oh, there we go.
30 seconds, that's all you have, caller.
Morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
Okay. So I continue to reiterate that we need to have a central dam somewhere in the middle of the country. Look at China. Look at them. And India. They grabbing as much water they could put together for the future. Water is going to be more important than fuel. We do not have a plan, a 30-year plan. I'm saying that we should send untreated water to different agricultural areas to start with.
Okay.
You will get electricity, you will get agriculture.
We gotta go.
I'm done.
All right, thank you. 30 seconds on you, Doc.
I hope that our policymakers do pay greater heed to the importance and need for consultation with our farmers specifically, because our farmers have an abundance of ideas. Historically, our farmers have approached agriculture from a very scientific perspective. However, we never appreciated the scientific perspective they applied in the fields. And so I think the time is right for greater consultation between our policymakers, Minister of Agriculture, and our farmers, and have better policy formulation and decision making in the interest of our national development.
BJ?
I just want to leave with one point this morning quickly. Whatever we are saying on this program here on this radio station is not to bring down anyone or to pull down anybody. It's a matter of just basically giving you the facts as they are and being realistic about it. So if we say something sometimes and it affects you one way or another, don't feel no way. We are just criticizing you in a constructive way.
No, not me. Get rid of Sinclair. Get rid of Sinclair.
You start with that and you end with that.
I would rather say that we should be more a consultative institution.
Get rid of Sinclair first.
A consultative institution. Well, that's part of the advice from the consultancy institution.
It's Thursday, Agri Proud and Wise on 91.9.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every